is the polarity can be a good thing, but a lot of times people justify having... People may have been raised by parents where drama was a normality. So then what happens is they attract someone in their life that also has a lot of this drama, and they say, oh yes, this is passion. And I've even seen it before as well, where people attract people into their lives, and they're like, I had this happen actually with my first girlfriend ever. After the divorce of my dad, when I was like, my dad and my ex-stepmom when I was 15 or 16, all of a sudden my brother and I had all this freedom, we were allowed to date. 17, 18, I had my first girlfriend. It took me like a year or two.
Let me pause. Aaron Dowdy is really amazing. I love Aaron Dowdy. He is wonderful. However, you fight for what you believe in, what you love, all that good stuff, right? Cool. Nobody should be... I don't know how you say it. But you know what I mean, right? Shit, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. You're gonna fight for what you want. You're not gonna fight with who you wanna be with over nothing 24/7, right? We don't want to start toxic relationships. New year, new you, right? Right.
Like a year or two to figure it out, okay? I had my first girlfriend, and I remember at one point she literally said to me, like, aren't we supposed to be fighting or something? Like, this feels boring. We're not fighting. We're supposed to be fighting. And I was like, okay, I guess I could find something to fight about? Which was funny because this also leads me to the next one. This is something that I did wrong for so much of my dating life and just my life in general. And that is this common quote. Happy wife, happy life. Okay? Now you're probably saying, Aaron, what do you mean? It's like, of course, you got to make the feminine happy in order to have that happy life. The challenge is that the way that normally people will respond to this is that happy wife, happy life means pleasing. This is the most this is a very common way that a lot of the masculine, and it's a toxic masculine trait, to try to please. So the way that it actually is, the healthy version of it, is the masculine protects and serves. Protects and serves. Helps create a safe space for the feminine.
He said, am I watching the news? Oh no, that's something for my mental.
I work 2 full-time jobs, including running my husband's business. He works all day long. The only time he's not working is when he's asleep. We are a small family business. We used to run 5 trucks. We only run 1 truck now. We just can't keep up with the bigger businesses. And David Valadale, he's taken nearly $500,000 from gas and oil industries and gave them tax breaks. And now they're increasing
just let me know when, man.
Call David Valadale and tell him to go for working class families, not big corporations.
Helps create a safe space for the feminine. Serves is very different than please. To serve is to actually do what's best for your own integrity, what's best even if the feminine doesn't necessarily like it, but it's living according to your own principles and your own integrity. Pleasing and serving as well is...
You don't know me, but I know you. Quite a file.
Doing something to get a certain result. Oh, I'm going to get this person to like me more. Their validation. They're going to be happy so that I can have more sex. And this is like the perspective of the toxic masculine. The other side of protect and serve, or serving is pleasing, is protect. And the toxic masculine side of protect is to control. So sometimes people will want to control. And when they control, that is adding in resistance into the process. That is creating energy that really also repels the feminine. And the name of the game is having the masculine energy so that the feminine can feel safe. Alright, so this is about energy polarity. But if there's an attachment to someone else's happiness and someone else feeling a certain way, and the goal is to please, that will kill polarity And the desire to please comes from a belief that says, I must please you in order to get. I must manipulate you in order to get something from you. Oh, the thing I was going to say earlier is the feminine doesn't actually respect the masculine that is pleasing. The feminine may think, by the way, oh, this is what I want somebody to like please me and to do what I want. But they would not respect it. They would not feel safe. And in a value perspective, it's manipulative. So then the only form of person that may be attracted to that is the manipulative feminine energy that's playing off of the manipulative masculine energy. Because remember, the masculine is trying to get their needs met. They want to control and please in order to get their needs met. So this is about that process. Now, let's look at some of the other one. Now, there is this belief as well. Here's some toxic ones that some people actually believe. Now, your perfect match is out there. Your perfect match is out there. This is a belief that a lot of people have, that I think also a lot of people that are, in a way, maybe avoiding intimacy might actually have that belief. And one of the reasons being is because if you believe the perfect partner is out there, your idea of perfection is something that keeps people at an arm's length. That's also called avoidant attachment. Not that we need to get attached to the labels, but I will say that sometimes I meet some people that either I'm coaching or some even friends, and they have this long list of what their partner needs to have in order for them to like date somebody. Not only do they have to make like 6 figures plus a year, they need to be 6'3", they need to have green eyes, dark hair, they need to have gone through this call, like all of these things. And it's like, wow, there's such a long laundry list there, or such a long list that it's almost going to be impossible for someone to meet every single piece of criteria. That's why one thing I say it's more beneficial to do is to have certain qualities that you like and the values and the qualities that you want to attract. So instead of doing that, you need to lower your standards, but become more realistic with things that aren't so superficial. Because those things are, I mean, they're not, I'd say the energetic things, going more general with energy, is going to actually what makes you happy. Because I'll tell you what, if you get that 6'3" guy with dark hair and green eyes and make 6 figures, but they're not emotionally available, you might not be very happy. You might be able to rationalize, well, he is 6'5", he does have brown eyes, or brown hair and green eyes. He has all these things. I forgot to put on the list emotional availability. Oh my God. Start at square zero again. So the key to this is instead of going after those, go after general values that you value. Maybe you value vulnerability. Maybe you value someone that's in their masculine presence, so then it's like, okay, I'll be in my feminine presence. Maybe it's realizing the qualities you want to attract in somebody else. If you begin to live by those values, you're more likely to attract that person. Because like attracts like in that way. And whatever you want in the opposite of your partner, then embody. And don't do it. By the way, you're not doing this to get the person. Okay, I'm going to be the divine feminine so I can attract the divine masculine. Be in that feminine energy if that's what you enjoy and prefer. Do it because it's an end of itself. Otherwise, it's a form of manipulation. So, another common thing that people say is play hard to get. Play hard to get. Once again, if we're going to play games, we're going to attract people that want to play games. So if you want to play hard to get, go play. But guess what? You're going to attract somebody else that plays the game with you, but leading with that version of playing the game is going to keep you trapped in that dynamic. Because playing hard to get is you're playing hard to get because you want to get the result. You may say, well, I love the chase. I love the game. I love the play. But realize that if you want someone that's emotionally available and vulnerable, you're going to have to be emotionally available and vulnerable, which means instead of like, I'm going to pretend I don't like this person, I'm going to not text them for 3 days. No. If you text them when you're actually thinking about them, in a genuine way, and they're like, ugh, they're not playing games, they're not hard to get, they must not be valuable, and they leave or they don't text you back, guess what? You've saved yourself time. So this only works when you want a manipulative relationship. So these are all, everything I'm sharing with you is things that a lot of people actually believe to be true, but actually it hurts attracting love. And the process of attracting love, by the way, 90% of it is letting go of the belief that you're not loved, letting go of the belief that you don't deserve love, letting go of the story you have about what it takes to attract love, and more so focus on being in your own values, in your own vulnerability, enjoying your life, leading in your own life, and like having a dope life that you're setting up for yourself. It's really about being in your own frame. But it's because we believe that we need to be different, we believe we need to manipulate to get our needs met. What we're really trying to do is we're trying to get our childhood needs met that were met.
How can I be of service?
If mom or dad didn't validate us, we're looking for that in a partner. If we didn't feel like we had emotional availability, we're going to find that in a partner.
Okay, my friend. I'll take care of the LSPD. Leave it to me.
But what's actually familiar to us is that probably that emotional unavailability.
All right, everyone, welcome to the Carvana focus group. My name's Christina. I work in the research department. You've had a few minutes to play around with the app. Does anyone have any questions?
Yes, hi, Dave Samuels here. You're telling me I can buy a car entirely online?
You got it.
And then you'll deliver it to me? Or I can pick it up at a car vending machine?
That's correct.
And if I don't like it, I can simply return it for another one?
That's exactly right.
I don't get it.
That's all right. That's what this focus group is for. Any other questions before we begin?
Oh, hi, Becky Davidson.
Just so you're aware, you don't need to all keep saying your name so you have name tags on.
Hi, Becky Davidson. I was wondering, what if I have a small budget?
No problem. Carvana lets you customize your down payment and monthly payment on your dream car.
What if I have too much money?
Same answer.
I've got money up the wazoo.
Hey, it's me, Steve Rutherford. Bonsoir. Are these cars high quality?
Carvana cars are extremely high quality. All our cars go through a rigorous 150-point inspection and reconditioning process.
So let's say I buy a car. Can I launch my dirt bike over it?
Sure. Can you do that?
I don't have to answer that.
Hi there, Dave Samuels.
Yes.
Yes, so wait, how long will it take for me to buy this car?
Feel free to take as much time as you'd like, but you could realistically complete the purchase process in as little as 10 to 15 minutes.
I don't get it.
What happens if I go to Carvana, find a car that I like, purchase it, receive said car, love it, and then have that car?
You keep living your life, but with the car you love.
I truly don't understand. Am I the only one?
Oh, I think I get it now. I got this. So it's just like how you used to buy a car. You go to a dealership, do that whole headache, haggle with the guys on the floor, and then you...
Sorry to interrupt, but it's actually not like that at all. It's super simple and done entirely online. And you don't need to haggle because we offer our best price up front.
Emotional unavailability. So, one more that we'll do that is a very common one that I want to share is the idea of soulmates, twin flames, and all these other things that will infuse on our reality. And I see this happen so often in the spiritual community is they're looking for their twin flame, their soulmate, the one person that's the other half of their soul. Guess what happens when you look for the other half to your soul? You're looking outside of yourself for something that is already inside of yourself. You're already whole and complete. You're a whole, holistic, eternal spiritual being. And if you believe that somebody outside of yourself has your happiness, then guess what? That's going to have you searching for everything outside of yourself. And then all this pressure you also put on someone else. Don't you know you're my soulmate? Don't you know you're the other half of my soul? That will freak the hell out of somebody. They will run quicker than you can imagine because you don't know it yet. You aren't aware, but you're my twin flame soulmate, other half of space you're going to leave, and you don't know this, but you're my twin flame soulmate. I see it happen so often. So that's a story that's been bought into. You're already a eternal spiritual being with a temporary human experience, and what I call twin flame, there's something called one-itis. One-itis is where you say, this person's the one, and you put them on a pedestal, and they're the greatest thing since Swiss cheese, or whatever, I don't know, since sliced bread, and they're so amazing, and everything better work out. Everything's on the pedestal. project my sweat twin flame inside their half to my soul. No. You can still have deep connections as well. From my own experience with this twin flame and these soulmates, you may have many soulmates. Alright? You may have many connections with people. And sometimes, certain relationships may serve a certain purpose to wake you up, to understand your own love.
Starting their spirit rally.
To do that inner work. But if you try to fit that into a different category, you're like, no, I need to force this to work and create a lot of resistance and pain. And I know because I've been through that. Because you're trying to force something to work that's not working.
Are you okay?
So, these are all things that a lot...
Something's wrong. My body's going through some changes.
I noticed.
I have these desires, and I can't control them.
Me too.
Desires to kill everyone in a violent, testosterone-fueled rage. My voice is changing, and I can shoot laser beams out of my eyes. Look! Feel my wrath, whore!
Let's get back to base. We need to regroup. Zoe? Don't make me smite you.
Yes. Smite me.
Team, that is the spirit. It's so good to see young people motivated in a positive way. Oh my, what happened to you guys?
It was horrible, Mr. Hitzman. The girls weren't wearing pants.
Please, the vapors are enough to kill a man. Do you hear me, Zoe and Tallulah? You've been cursed.
No.
Now, gather round. I have a plan. During tomorrow night's game, you sneak into the science wing of Wickenburg High, rescue the stem cells, and set them free in the forest, saving America in the process.
What's a plan?
Pay no attention to that now, Dirk, for it is time for the grand finale! Farmington Hills Academy rules!
Game on, Kung Fu Laser Girls, you hosers. You think you can defeat our alternative agenda quite so easily? Well, while you're out harvesting stem cells, we shall be harvesting you. Eh? Hey? Ow. Kung Fu Rainbow Laser Board.
The Life Invader tablet. It's time to dock. The future is now. Life Invader, the social networking site, announces its new tablet. It's not technology. It's your life. Live it the way you want. With a device that tells you what to do. It's time to dock. The Life Invader tablet. We've skipped a generation, so you don't have to. Live tomorrow. You will be connected to humanity. You will be docked. Invasion never felt so good. The Life Invader tablet.
The talent show America deserves. Fame or shame.
The winner gets $1 million and tours around the country before disappearing back to bitter obscurity.
The finals continue with Shemale Bop.
You guys are going to the finals.
Mimes on Fire.
Woo! What a talent! I have never seen someone set fire to their crotch before. Fantastic!
The most racist guy in America.
You all disgust me!
America loves you. You are in the finals.
Recorded live from the Vinewood Bowl. Who will win it all? Who will humiliate themselves in front of the world? Find out tonight on Fame or Shame, the finals. Now, please welcome your host, Laszlo.
Yeah! No, he didn't. Yes! Thank you! Thank you! Oh, God, thank you so much. It's great to be back. Thank you. Fame or Shame? Completely original television. Something you've never seen before. We've got desperados performing. We've got has-beens judging them. We've got an anodyne metrosexual holding everything together. We are down to the top acts. It's the finals! Yeah! And here are our Fame or Shame judges. Let's introduce, you love him, I love him, ladies and gentlemen, Hugh Harrison!
Woo! So, who are you calling a has-been?
Hugh, save the venom for the acts. They're not even out yet.
You have a stylist. What's he dressed you as? What do they call this look? Is that like morgue chic? Gay romp. Is that what it is? 2 gays, 1 cup. Look at you.
Oh my God. Come on, Hugh.
Ladies and gentlemen, Anita Mendoza!
Give the guy a break.
Guy or gay? So deep in the closet, his friends call him Mothball.
Okay. Listen, why are you so fascinated with my sexuality? I mean, are you even really British?
Of course. I'm from Stafford